Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to cook my 24-hour dry-aged lamb shank. So to start things off, we're going to season our lamb with a good amount of sea salt. You can use any salt really, but I like the earthy flavour that sea salt gives. You don't need to go too overboard, but I like to make sure it's really well coated and all the sides have got an even amount. Press it all in with your hands to make sure it's got a nice even coating, and then we're going to pop that guy in the fridge, uncovered, for 24 hours to do a dry age. Now to make my lamb shank, you're going to obviously need, a lamb shank, some olive oil for cooking, some red wine, 1 tin of diced or crushed tomatoes, 6 mushrooms, some Worcestershire sauce, 4 medium potatoes, a large carrot, some fresh rosemary, and 3 cloves of garlic. So to get started, we're going to sear our lamb on medium-high in a saucepan. I like to give it a little bit more seasoning at this stage as well. So while that lamb is searing off in the pan, we're going to wrap all of our potatoes in some foil with butter and salt. We're going to be slow roasting these in the oven at about 150 Celsius at the same time we're doing a lamb shank. Once our potatoes are done, we're going to gently crush and peel our garlic. I like to leave it mostly intact because we're going to be basting our lamb shank with it and then putting it all in the oven. Our lamb shank's starting to develop a really nice crust here, so we want to flip it over and make sure it's got an even crust around on all sides. Next up, let's prep the rest of our veggies. I'm going to cut our mushrooms into quarters. I like leaving them pretty chunky like this because if we did it any thinner, it'd just break down into nothing in the oven. Okay, our lamb shank's looking pretty awesome. We're going to drop about a tablespoon of butter in and let it melt down. Next up, we're going to drop in our garlic and our rosemary, and we want to stir this around and make sure all the butter is melted and infused with those herbs. After about a minute, we're going to start spooning our butter, garlic, and rosemary mixture over the top of the lamb to baste it. This is going to help form the crust and give it a really beautiful texture and flavour. Okay, next up we're going to add in about 2 cups of our red wine and stir that through to get it nice and infused. Then we're going to add in about a tablespoon of our Worcestershire sauce. After that's simmered down for about a minute or two, we're going to add our can of crushed tomatoes. We're going to give this a stir through as well to incorporate all of those gorgeous flavours. Then I'm adding about 3/4 of a cup of water just to help round it all out. Then we're going to pop a lid on and then put it in the oven with our potatoes at about 150 Celsius for about 2 hours. Okay, so it's been about an hour, so we're going to pull our lamb out and have a look, give it a bit of a stir and see how it's going. You'll notice that all of the fat is rendered down into our sauce. That's going to add a ton of flavour. I'm going to fish out our rosemary stalks, pop them on top of the lamb, put the lid back on and bake it for another hour in the oven at the same temp, 150 degrees. Okay guys, it's been 2 hours now and oh my god, this thing is looking so good. At this stage, we're going to want to add in our vegetables and then we're going to bake it for about another 45 minutes with the lid off this time. We want this sauce to reduce down a little bit and we also want to get a nice roasted crust on top of that lamb as well. I'm going to put the oven up to 180 degrees Celsius for this last roast. While our lamb's finishing off in the oven, it's time to unwrap our roast potatoes. They've come out so delicious and golden, I can't wait to mash these up and get them underneath our finished lamb. So it's been 45 minutes and our lamb is looking perfect. Now it's time to cut up and mash our potatoes. I'm going to lightly chop our potato skins up first into smaller, more manageable bits. Then we're going to get in there and start mashing. Add about half a cup of milk or heavy cream depending on your preference, and keep mashing until you've got a nice fluffy creamy consistency. Next up, I'm going to season with a little bit more salt and pepper, and then I'm going to stir it through until it's nice and thick and creamy. Awesome, everything's ready to go. Now all we have left to do is serve. This is the perfect time to slice some homemade sourdough to have on the side. So first up, I'm going to lay down a bed of mash for our lamb shank to live on. Then I'm going to pop him on top and give him a good drizzle with all of our sauce and veggies. I don't know about you guys, but oh my god, this looks so good. I am so excited and hungry right now. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm going to go off and enjoy this amazing lamb shank while you enjoy this B-roll. It really is so easy to make restaurant quality food at home if you have a little bit of time and patience and a bit of effort. This is definitely one of my favourite comfort foods, especially getting into the colder months. And there you have it. Thanks so much for watching. If you like my videos, please like, share and subscribe. Do all that fun stuff down below. And I will catch you next time. Bye!